You've learned how to shape your shots via a draw and a fade. Really good adaptations to be made whenever you're out on the course and you need them the most. Well, in this video we're going to be talking about a few other adaptations that you need to be making for different clubs throughout your whole bag. So we're going to get stuck in. This is Nick Does Golf. Hey golfers, and welcome back to another video here on my channel Nick Does Golf, another video in the series of golf gains to help you play your best. In today's video I'm going to be talking all about how you need to adapt for the different clubs throughout your whole golf bag. So let's dive in and take a look. So no matter what the makeup of your golf bag is, you're going to have a whole host of different lofts throughout each and every club. That's going from your lob wedge all the way up to your driver. And because of this, we need to make sure that we get the adjustments right in order for us to pull off the shot that we're looking for. I'm going to work my way up through the bag, starting from the wedges all the way up to the driver. So in my hand here, I've got my 56-degree wedge. Perfect club for shots for me within 110, 120 yards or so. So for pretty much any of the shots that I'll be hitting with my wedges, I'm going to be lining up with the ball directly in the middle of my stance, if not a fraction behind. Why am I going to do this? Well, this is going to help and encourage me to hit down on the golf ball, to be able to let that ball come up the face and get nice and high with a soft landing. This is the whole reason why we do this, and it's going to be really important to make sure that you get this right every single time and you're consistent with it. Another minor adjustment that I do is put my weight a little bit further forward, so 55 to 45 either side from here. This is going to encourage again me to hit down onto the ball and to also get my body weight through onto that left side as I come through the shot. But none of these are as important as the last adjustment I like to make. So when I come through for this shot, I make sure that this club is pointing right of the target for as long as possible. This is going to help me create that nice soft landing, and it's also going to encourage my distance control to be much better. We don't want to be flipping this club over to the left and club face is turning over, because it's going to be so much harder to control that distance for every single shot that we have, especially if they vary in distance. So they are the wedges. If we move onto our irons, so we're looking from 9-iron up to about a 6-iron, we're going to make sure that that ball position is right in the middle of our stance. Our body weight is fairly central, so we can get a good turn on the way back to our right hand side, and then we can make sure we transfer all that energy and that weight across to our left side as we go through the golf shot. If we move on up to about 4-iron, 5-iron, even higher than that, even if you've got a 2-iron, you're going to be moving that ball position further forwards as you go, not by much. So you've got your centre here, and then from there you're going to be budging that ball up by a fraction, so you can get those nice long ball flights going through the air for as long as possible. This is pretty much the same for your hybrids and your woods. You're going to be moving it forwards again by a ball's width, because you don't want to be hitting down on these clubs. You want to be sweeping the ground so you can get a nice high ball flight where it's going to be nice and penetrating. And for your driver, you're going to be budging this right onto the instep of your left foot for a right-hander. This is key because you want to get your shoulders and your head slightly behind the ball so you can hit on the up as that ball is on a T-peg, again giving you that great flight for the driver. However, there is one thing that you really need to pay attention to. As I set up to a golf ball and it's in the middle of my stance, my shoulders are pretty much square. But as the ball moves forwards, especially with the driver, it's going to encourage your shoulder to open up and point left of the target. Now if you're a fader or a slicer with the golf ball, this might be one of the reasons why you do that, because you're not aligned. Your knees, your hips and your shoulders are all pointing left of the target. So if you square them up and pull your right shoulder back, this might encourage a better takeaway, which is more neutral, for you to be able to present it on the downswing again in a much neutral path. So bear all these things in mind. They might only be small, but they could play a pivotal role in where your ball finishes up. So I hope you found that these little adjustments are certainly going to help with your game. If they have, hit the like button and leave a comment down below. Let me know what adjustments you do with your own golf swing. I'd love to know. If you're enjoying the series so far, hit the subscribe button down below. I'd really appreciate it so I can deliver more free content to you. Of course, I've got my social media links as well. They're in the description box. If you haven't checked them out, make sure you do. Interact with me, message me. I'd love to hear from you. So they are the small adjustments which I look for whenever I am playing different clubs throughout my bag. It's really important that you make a note of how you're doing it and what works well for you. So I hope you really enjoyed that. Thanks very much for watching, and see you all tomorrow.